directing your risk management towards price as price goes in your intended trade direction. That's the way you manage. Increased volatility means increased discipline. So you don't necessarily have to change your style, but that's a good point to note, right? So for now, markets, delicate balance, investors, brace for volatility. Like I said, brace, brace, brace. Stay aware coming days. Either confirmation of a bottom or evidence that the correction still got more to run. This is LivePerson, right? LivePerson's already hit the bottom. We've already gone through the fundamentals. If you want anything to update on that at all, I am happy to fill you in. I'll even do it in the comment section below. LivePerson, board changed, new focus on core product. Even the lines in the accounts are changing to reflect that. And discarding legacy customers. That period to building up a new customer base revolves around a sales cycle that takes 18 months. That started when John Sabino joined the board. He's been in 18 months. The whole process wasn't immediate. They haven't had time to do any studies on price elasticity even. Yet the chart says that it's bottoming. Whether that bottom is slightly lower, and that slightly lower is a high percentage, because that's what you're talking about when prices are at these levels. It's approximate to areas it's already put in support. I'm very confident that these are the lows, right? And then if you look at price action performing as we anticipate it doing, the rocky outcrop flashes here. The way price action has behaved long term, we'll go up and put it on the weekly time frame and show you what that means. Also stick on logarithmic. Sneaky, not being on logarithmic, eh? Price action. Don't need all these indicators. And talk about, again, this nature of price action here. It's broadening formation, moving to the downside. Clearly it's not going to fall out of the back ass of this and do a measured move down again, because the Earth exists somewhere at zero. And then to the top side, the 200 period moving average is the measured move from the elasticity we've seen of price within this chart formation. So from a general level, touching this downward sloping diagonal here, marking it as a third area, closing this gap, that being the top side target we're talking about within this range, that's all perfectly reasonable expectations with regards to your trade. The fact that it's such a crushing move in terms of percentages to go even that little bit lower to support means that coming up and testing these levels here, while it seems high to reach 230, 380, these sort of levels, and it seems like a phenomenal percentage return, well, it is. That's the nature of these type of trades, and it's why it's very difficult. And you're really jumping into the deep end here, learning to trade at these sort of areas on these sort of stocks. So hats off to everybody who's managing to do it so well. It's magnificent, and the attitudes and behaviours of people on the free side, absolutely fantastic. And many of them have got extremely high targets because of the veracity of the technical analysis we do here on the channel. Now, if the camera was working, despite my crazy mop hair right now, I'd turn it on and look right into the lens and be trying to speak to you directly and say, the efforts we've put in recently with regards to the totalizer, those that show the compounded gains you could get from taking every trade that TradeSpotting has talked about, that totalizer is an effort to show you that the procedure works, that the techniques are effective, and that this channel can help you. They aren't a reflection of my trading account. Just like a mortgage advisor doesn't own tens of thousands of houses, but does provide the insight and help to get those tens of thousands of houses for other people. That's what I do here on the show. I give you insights and help to make the best of those trades that you might want to take. And many of those tickers on that spreadsheet have come from donations that people have made when they suggested the ticker and they asked me to take a look at the chart. And just with approximately 23 trades, we've managed to turn $1,000 into something like $13 quadrillion. Now, that doesn't mean I have $13 quadrillion, but it does mean that the show is providing an awful lot of value, and that value isn't just me. It's a combination of what we do here together as a team, and the strongest part of that team is on the Discord, in every channel, doing their best to become a better trader. And my goodness, does it make me proud? And are we going to go places? I can tell you Lipson's going to go places. Short term, there's a flash at 3.7. Maybe that's palatable for some people. You've got downward sloping diagonals to break it too, and those higher. You've got a gap that'll fill along the way, and price action has been putting in lower lows and higher highs along the way. On the hourly time frame, turn off the drawings. And really, it's not so scary at all. When you consider these peaks all rising, all higher than the last, when you consider these lows all rising and all higher than the last, this inflection point Oracle outcrop flash interrupted. This to the top side then, very far away. Price action in the middle. Risk management important in every trade, this as much as any other. But important areas here, as you can see, take it from the lows in price, and it comes along. It's only just met this again recently. So if this was the trend line where there was an interested buyer, and below this they will buy every share and it will never get cheaper, then you would likely see reactions from this area. Those reactions you have seen from this area just with the naked eye. We'll make it on the 4-hour time frame, so you know I'm not cheating. We'll even turn off this Bollinger Band so it's slightly clearer. You can see these lows, right? This is a W bottom. This is a W bottom. All of price action here is going through a phase going sideways with higher highs, higher lows. Does it look like we're going to get another W bottom, another higher low? If price action goes on and completes 50% retracement from this high to this low, which is marked here on this Fibonacci at 1.27. If price action managed to recover back above 1.27, then that'll be it recovered halfway to the previous high, having put in a higher low, which is a very strong signal to traders that price action might be continuing that trend. Having recovered 50% of the negative move, it might then go on, do the same again and test the prior high. If it gets there, it likely beats it. The third time that it does this, because of the nature of this sideways price action, the duration of time we found ourselves in here, and the linear increase to the top side, another higher high than $2 and change could quite easily come in and test this previous level of resistance where you find that rocky outcrop flash. And price action at that stage will 100% have confirmed that this is a macro low. So anybody who gets in here, anywhere in this area, below these areas, anywhere, has got a very strong case for targeting this 2.88 and above, after which this becomes a very strong area for managing risk. And to set yourself up, the future you, with a position in a stock that's trading at $5, $6, $7, $8, no longer a penny stock, having entered it at the place where the risk of a continuation to the downside was extremely high, but the area where you manage that risk was extremely tight. So the cost to you was low and the reward to you was massive. Then you'd be able to sit in that trade as price action evolved and we found out where the real resistance was on live bursting, because there's another gap that closes at 885, and that's not all. There's more gaps to the top side because this was a relentless downside move, and the true potential of this company was back up here when it was saddled with huge debt, when COVID was about to at its full throes, and when everyone was worried about the market. Since then, it's had this move down, when the whole time it's been acquiring customers, working on the product and developing its market. It's now the time that AI agents are ruling the roost. In 2025, the rest of the year, a lot of it's going to be about, when it comes to AI, companies that perform an AI agent task and solve that need for businesses. It's going to be about logistics, that's the back end of what NVIDIA are doing for the market generally, and then robotics, so AI's inside robots' heads. In terms of addressable market, the here and now and the profitability, this is it. This is the sector, this is the market, and this is the best positioned company that wins all the awards. So looking for it to come back and test its prior highs is not completely crazy, but the balls you'd need and the strength of conviction you'd have to have isn't a miracle either, because all you do is go down, look at these levels of support and manage your risk based around them. Okay, look, there's another flash at 1.22, and that is approximate with that 50% retracement. And it's live, so an awful lot of positive moves for a live person. Thanks very much for watching the video. Put a lot of effort in again. I hope that it helps you. We're on the Discord and we're happy to help you there, all of us. So thank you very much. Hit the like button if you like the show. Leave a comment below if you've anything you'd like to say. I appreciate hearing from you. And of course, you're all welcome on the Discord where we get stronger every day. www.discord.gg/rockoutcrop. Thank you very much. Appreciate you guys.